far, but Mike, now looking at map 2, we've got to come out with fresh eyes to a degree as best we can. Where do you look? Do you look to comps? Do you look to the players? Do you look at previous performances? Where are you going?
I look towards the mental, honestly.
Yeah,
That's such a taxing map 1. Even for DRX, you came out and bloody won it.
Of course.
Right? What's left in the tank?
Yeah.
I mean, we're really testing the mental reset here. On the side of FPX, we're going to be testing the discipline most so, because DRX's emphasis on opening duels here on Breeze is absolutely pinnacle to their success. And actually, it's Ardis the one to actually, I'll be honest, pick up probably one of the most influential roles here in terms of the comp with that map 1 performance from Buzz.
Angel,
Off the rip, though.
They're all okay. And we talk about mental and those who fold and those who don't. I don't ever put FPX in the category of who folds. They get pissed off and they get even. So that's what we're going to see if that's the case, and already being proactive. And DRX surely have no idea of this, but they're turning quite diligent. DRX aren't. They're going to hear it. There's no way. They're going to hear all of this. How has this happened? From a stroll on the beach to an absolute disaster. Right? How did they get this read? Or was it just genuine luck?
Call it luck, call it intuition. DRX prepared for it. And FPX immediately making a statement. They want to be decisive here, set the tone. Buzz will find another, his third on the round. Sugetsu doubles down though.
Yeah, it's still Sugetsu, don't forget it for a second. Man's deadly, venomous throughout. Does he get a chance at another? Can he isolate maybe one of these? The flash is caught him there. He looks dead. Stack's going to ensure it. It's round 1 in map 2, DRX.
There's Buzz to open up with 2 kills as well. Like I said, everybody on the side of DRX was looking back this way. The only thing that almost saves that is the pinch coming out of B side, but it's so risky. DRX have only lost on Breeze once this year.
Why are you tempting fate? Statman.
Why are we putting that one up?
Come on! They've finally done well in out of groups.
It's meant to be us that curses the game. But FPX have had a colourful history on
Talk
Breeze.
To me about which colours, Jerry. Yeah, it is a little...
A dash of red in there.
Yes. There's actually a real possibility here, and I know this sounds a bit wishy-washy and we're kind of chewing the fat a little, but this isn't a stronghold for FPX, but I don't think they were thinking that they'd have to depend on this being a stronghold, because we've seen what DRX have done in the past and it's all fallen to pieces. Now, it's a different look. Already coming in here, good side approach. We did see a little bit of a purchase here and then. Purchase is a little bit of an oversell, but it's Sheriffs and Marshall, but no chance to get that chip damaged. Maybe work down a couple of players. So again, holding them back by the wall. First couple of players step through. RB's going to find one. Buzz is right there. Nice timing on the swing. No fuss.
Just 3 left to find out. Well, actually, Arda's going to find a headshot to Buzz though. That's the rifle removed.
Ooh, is that recoverable?
It'll be difficult to do so, but Sugetsu's headed that way. Stack's actually going to even the numbers again.
Nice.
Marco will follow up. Just a matter of time. Sugetsu finds one, a consolation. Can they retrieve that rifle on the backside? I think RB's headed that direction. He does get it.
Okay, there we go.
So 3 carried across here, including the Bulldog.
So
good setup here, and actually Buzz's early progress. Look at this, 1 away from the Blade Storm. We'll actually get the Phantom back.
Well,
if that changes,
set, right?
if that changes, it could actually spread the funds a little bit here. And actually, the other concerning thing is Stax has got one off the Seekers already as well.
Very well.
How's he managed that?
I don't know.
He's got 2
kills. He's on 2 kills. Is there? I mean, there is another way to get orbs, but
oh,
nice.
Click that line up. I'll be on Reddit within 5 minutes.
I get all my lineups from Reddit, Mike. Don't. Oh, Angel. Stax' timing window. Okay, he's just backed away from there. No, that's so much vulnerability in middle. Yeah, he's gonna go for it. Oh, you're so close! And the flash! Zipan set it all into motion. He was already vulnerable. You made him blind as well. They had no idea.
What a beautiful set piece.
As soon as he hears that owl drone, just closing in. Big call being made, and lovely quick work on the fly from Zipan.
So well coordinated. This time around, Angel rewarded that early aggression, that slow burn at least. Stack's going to try and retrieve one of these rifles. DRX can work their way onto a site. FPX now will slip back into much deeper positions.
Yeah.
with a massive advantage here. Marco's still up though, still got the wall to use.
30 seconds left.
Again, this, it is a bonus of sorts still. So, I mean, they did have the rifles out, but...
Definitely, I mean, 29.50 on Buzz and Zest.
Yep. So clear over by default. Going to follow that up. Artist sitting quite deep towards the back of the pyramids. And Angel by sight. Sharp work from Artist, quick as ever. 10 seconds now.
10 seconds left.
And they need more than this. And oh, maybe they got it!
Stacks!
Stacks! How? How have you brought this to a 2v2? This was looking all but over. 32 HP, he's got Seekers. Yeah, he puts him in. He wants this round. He's going to know both the players. Xiao pushing up from middle, but he's got a little bit of time to work with. Now it's going to be revealed. But it has to be so much work coming out from Marco as well. He has to be critical to this. Tucked in by the pillar. Looking towards the right, but look at FPX moving up as a pack. Closing the gap here. Stacks just going to be tapping in on this one, trying to maybe draw some blood, and he sees him! Marco's got Xiao, and I cannot believe it again! DRX looked out of that round. They turn it right back through.
They flip a 3v5 when there's still so many bodies on a site. Stacks goes absolutely nuclear.
He's heating up.
What is that, 3K?
And at this point, it felt like it was done for.
What is that, Stacks?
That follow-up.
A beautiful post-plant setup as well. Marco on a dirty angle, playing close contact, ready to swing off Stacks.
Just lovely synergy as well. No second guessing, not a second out of place. And rolling my back to the start of that round, that was the Angel getting proactive off the back of the outro.
2 freebies.
The flash coming in from Zipan that was just like picture perfect. Oh man, the caliber of game we're getting today. Wow. Already Angel going to be warded away early on. RB still very cautious in approach, and rightly so. We saw there was a moment in time there, but yeah. Sheriff's Chico coming out.
Actually, this Viper will once again, it's a little further to the left than traditionally invested. Angel got a lot to do here. Zipan tries to slip through the wall, but punished for it now, and Angel noted.
Yep. Trying to get a little ratty with it, see what they can find here, FPX, but see if they
Zach's got a flash yet.
Do need to control this. FPX are still at the door. This is not as safe as you'd like. There are still very many dangerous players nearby. Lovely, lovely work. Stacks, he's feeling the game now. We had Buzz have that hot game. Now it looks like Stacks is slipping into that mode. Now, there was light armor by this. The Sheriff certainly posed a problem at top. But there's a man there. I found one. They're so close by. This is such a weird round at this point. DRX wanted to secure the rest of the side, but of course the timing. They start filtering through the other way.
One enemy remaining. Flawless.
Stacks again. Will seal a 3K. Will seal the Prime Gaming flawless. And talk about the mental. This is a composed start from DRX here on Breeze. Stacks already 2 off the Seekers once again. See here just completely mitigating the risk. A little bait with the spike plant. Want to make sure they have an extra kill in hand. And FPX have to answer back. Round 5 now. Operator in hand for Ardis. Couple of ultimates coming online now. The Viper's Pit available for Sugetsu. Might see that off the rip in A main. Yeah, they want to cement some form of map control.
A gift. Okay. My eyes are really turning towards FPX now. I want to see them try and get a grip back on this game. They're re-exploring towards A. Now, they could, of course, take themselves towards Tube. They look like that's going to be the case. Who's on the other side? Angel? Is he actually posted on this? Yes, he is.
They still have the drone and the Trailblazer to clear through this Viper's Pit, but they might just walk Tube. And actually, Xiao's dropped down, so it's only Angel.
Oh. Angel. So much weight on this man's shoulders.
Does he swing off the smoke, though?
I don't know. The timing is not good enough. Stacks had Buzz's back. Takes him down, and now everything's going to fall to pieces. That Viper's Pit not looking so good no more. Buzz flies on the side. Where's the trade? Not going to happen. FPX with the shutdown finally. Big work from Sugetsu and the boys for holding the line. DRX getting no way in now.
Recess now. Xiao finds his 4th. Great recovery. I love DRX's train of thought here, though, to try and wrap behind that Viper's Pit, but as soon as the kill comes onto Angel, Sugetsu slips away from it. They're happy to give up main, allow that Viper's Pit to actually expire altogether eventually. You can see here the gamble from Buzz is difficult. Just decides the wrong way.
Yep.
Great hold, though.
A necessary one in my mind.
They needed
Mike.
it. That would have been, I mean, look what the money would have been for DRX there.
Yes.
Which is completely different to that early lead on Ascent where it was scrappy and it cost them time and time again to repurchase.
But the question marks aren't removed from FPX yet on this map, considering that that was off the back of a Viper's Pit and an overheat, well, not even in a bad way, but an overplay, over delivery
I've got your train.
coming in. Seeker's gonna be at least contacted early. Buzz wants this. He wants blood. Chasing down Angel. The trade comes out. Shao gonna pin down Stacks. Deep flash from Zipan, but they've already broken through by Main. And you aren't gonna get away. Oh, maybe you will. Zipan, the immovable object, takes down Buzz. And now the score system on the way. Finally gets taken out of the backside. Aldron goes in, not gonna notice much. Spotting Marco now. And Sugetsu creeping on the back of this wall, gets the reveal, and the adjustment's perfect. Spike in the hands on the other side with Marco. Utility invested towards main to try and deny that cross-up potentially.
How split RB is, though. Waiting for this wall to come back up. A decent window of opportunity here with the Toxin.
But oh, Marco gets to keep it a little bit
more.
I don't know. I thought he'd be left in tatters. But do they read RB's readjustment? Is it more than a one-and-done spot? It looks like it is with RB. Turns around expecting main, it wasn't. Artist pins him down, and now Marco left in the 1v2. He needs clutches, and he's up to the first challenge for the second. It's Shao, man. Mike, it's Shao, though. This guy, he is always so on the money with these guesses, with these gambles, and Marco has no idea. None
oh my God.
Wiser, and Marco might have timed this round around. We go, Marco. The timing for Shao. A terrible surprise for Marco. But it is Shao, after all, known for it. Clutches it out. And FPX make it to 2.
Only one standing, though. You get a little bit of a buffer here in terms of the finances. DRX will still be fairly comfortable, but the ultimate's just about coming online now on the back end of this whole cycle. Stacks and Buzz. I mean, Stacks has already had 2 Seekers before round 7. Yeah, unfortunate timing there. Marco just has to post up. Shao's played it perfectly. I mean, right down to the wire, was it? 1.1 seconds left on that. But Viper's Pit available here. Tour de Force and Hunter's Fury not too far away for DRX. Now that operator once again, this time getting a little curious. Some pressure, but no real damage conceded.
Not yet. I am looking at the journey that Sugetsu's going on, though. That's going to put a little bit of the fear in the back lines. And you're absolutely right. The audacity to walk out like that and clear that deep does slip back in, but
it tells FPX a lot.
You're absolutely right.
I mean, the fact that it's RB spotted,
but
they passed each other.
You're right.
Does RB recheck cave? He's looking this way. Oh my God.
He waited. He's not pulling the trigger just yet. Oh, there it is. Perfect timing for RB.
Sugetsu
as well. Sugetsu was just slipping deeper. I mean, you had Artist pushed up in towards cave. It was meant to be safe.
And Marco's got the Viper's Pit now, so if they get free access onto site,
it's looking likely. Can anything stop it?
Potentially set up a stranglehold here. For a combo with the... Just missing. Angel stuck the TP.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Zest gets the shock of his life, and what was meant to be a stranglehold is now slipping. Hand around the throat, looking a little weaker as Angel now working on the back lines.
Marco's out of his ult as well. It's going to be so difficult to hold site here.
They're trying to hunt down Angel. They want this guy gone. There's so many problems now. They're closing in towards this, and Angel, the timing could be perfect, but once again, look at them missing each other. And there it is. Lovely outplay. Angel does go down to Stacks, and now just one.
What?
DRX somehow. What a ridiculous round.
I want to know how long was left on that ultimate. Because Marco was posted
he was
up.
on the mission.
He was pinned into shop there. He couldn't risk dying. And actually, he couldn't risk staying there any longer.
No,
Either outcome, they lose the Viper's Wall or they lose the Viper's Pit. Absolute insanity. I think it's Stacks that actually swaps places with him. But the fact that Angel stuck the TP.
Oh, man. I thought map 1 was going to be like, the big one. Now it's like, okay, well, here we are. I mean, big moment now for the boys on FPX, because DRX, again, I keep harping on about this, and forgive me, those who've seen previous events, but again, it's one of those things to me that a different day, different tournament stage, this DRX we're seeing would not have been here. They would have crumbled long ago under the pressure. You saw them before. This is so different.
Even that first discussion we had at the start of map 2, I think actually at other events, would be having a very different discussion, right? It's like, well, playoffs DRX, yeah, they scraped through a victory on map 1, but the mental's going to be cooked, right? Because that was always historically, they just fell to pieces. That was like, from a macro standpoint, they just looked lost. They ran out of steam so many times on the international stage, but I mean, if they can maintain this, a fantastic start to map 2. Stacks almost running away with this one.
Buzz is trying to keep up.
in every single round.
Yep. And you think of the critical kills he's got. He was the one who dealt with Angel when he slipped through that Viper's Pit. He has been really
I mean, he was the one to make that, 2v5 possible on A side?
Absolutely. Big map for him so far. Let's have a look at how this starts. Already Artis right off the rip wanting to
They've heard this,
have
though.
influence.
So immediately the Viper wall goes up.
And they're going to apply the pressure now. Angel, can you handle it? You've got a lot of people coming your way. And okay, you're fine. Takes off Buzz's head. And Artis is now here. Say hello and say goodbye. FPX putting up the walls, trying to deny this round. Zest and Marco now in danger mode. And it is panicked in a 1v2. And the positions are hard to work against. Obviously, Marco doesn't know that Sugetsu isn't currently on the case, but...
Xiao's not checked this, though. Oh, he's looking this way now, but...
The timing. Okay, he's going to slip his own wall. But then the re-clear, right? So you can have Sugetsu go, well, he's not here. So he's either like next to you or he's doing the same thing. Around the world he goes.
Actually, Sugetsu's now put himself into the cubby. I think, has Xiao recovered a weapon there?
I feel as though they will
Sugetsu has, but Xiao's still on the... There you go.
it is. Oh, it's just gone.
Now they just have a dirty crossfire on this.
Yeah. And once again, if he had the spike, that could have been totally different. But now we've noted Sugetsu has taken that role. Lovely, lovely response from FPX. Angel, got to say it, taking away the tip of the spear there. Incredible work.
And again, that's actually the first time we've seen a real example of the spacing being a little off on the side of the RX. I mean, it's unorthodox. Angel just tucks into a completely random smoke on the right side of sight. But again, actually, coming back to the composition, it can be a little more reactive. Not as linear in terms of just relying on the Viper utility, the wall, and the poison orb being invested off the rip. So whether or not DRX actually make an adjustment here if Angel starts playing into that a little bit. I mean, the other side of it is obviously having that second controller makes it a little easier on some of these retakes. Just to have that extra utility.
They've got to be quite poignant in approach towards B, because again, we know that the backline will be pressured. They're putting a lot of faith in one piece of utility to keep them safe on the back lines, but already here's the pressure. This time around, you can see a little bit of a different approach here already. Trying to post the ult through. Buzz is in danger now. Down to 73. The flash is going to set him into motion, but he can't make any conversion towards Sugetsu. And FPX's backline look unfazed by this. And speaking of flanks, here it is. They are none the wiser.
Stacks.
The timing! Angel! You don't often get him making other mistakes like that. And look at the rotation, Mike. It is instant.
It looked like a mini-map moment, honestly.
Knife in hand, looking at the top left of the screen. Yep.
RB's here pretty early, though, but he's only at double doors. Sugetsu, actually, on the backside of this.
Oh,
puts the Viper's bit down.
Can he? Yeah, he's going to be able to spot the cross. I want to see if anything can maybe
Does he swing
allow
boxes?
Safe passage. Anything to force him off this angle.
30 seconds.
No! So he's going to find it. Stacks is down.
A.
Spike back in hand, but now they have to plant a slightly different plan. The numbers now starting to favor FPX. The plant now in.
Zest.
Zip
Clears him!
Get out of here, Zest. There's no way you're thinking about this. And Art is forced to fight now. Put into the 1v1 with RB, and RB bests him this time around. Now Xiao and Sugetsu working back up from middle. Put down by Marco, and one left standing. Sugetsu in a 1v3. And there it is, flanks on flanks. This game is just going to be out of this world.
Great recovery and great mid-round in there from DRX. As soon as that kill comes through on Angel, they know that there's space elsewhere on the map. And FPX have actually almost over-rotated on the back of Angel's deep, deep flank, all the way past Beach once again. And again, there's barely anything separating there. Stacks just coming back with the spike as well.
Yep.
Like I said, knife in hand moment, looks as if he's just thinking
Probably
he's got a little more space.
Yeah.
High pressure scenario.
Oh, yeah.
FPX, so they're looking proactive in so many of these rounds.
I can't even really blame FPX in this,
No,
because they are making moves. They're making really good-looking choices.
It's a gunfight here and there that's separating them.
Finest of margins at this level, at this caliber of game. And Ardis, well...
Has he got a shorty posted on site as well? Yes, he does.
Yes, he does. You dirty little rat man. And RB wants him dead quick, which I think it was Marco who got him in the end. But the trade was there, actually. Shao. I want to find Marco, but Stax is positioning again. Look at this. Oh, dearie me. Stax is just feeling the game. Line him up, knock him down. Stax is in this, and DRX are up to 7. Mike, I thought this was going to be a bit more back and forth here, but DRX have been winning these critical rounds. They've defined the last couple now, trending in their favor.
They have, and honestly, for this to be playoffs, Stax is having one of those performances.
Yep.
14-5 right now. Almost looking like Buzz in the first 10 rounds of Ascent. And a smize on the player cam.
3-7. And you can't help but love seeing Stax doing well. I think we've all been on the journey of that heartbreak that he's had every single time, right? It's quite something to watch. Having their moment on a stage like this. Again, it's far from over. FPX fans, you know your team's got resolve. You know they don't get crumbly or make bad choices. They are the safest pair of hands. They're, you know, almost robotic in nature. But they are only with 3 rounds right now. They are a map down. As it stands, though, DRX getting the lay of the land here. A bit of a different look.
Actually, as well, look at what's left in the bank here from FPX. Actually, with how the previous rounds have gone, it'll be a massive, massive problem if they lose out here in round 11. Marco won off the Viper's pit, so if they do get on, find a kill, potentially get this clean plant, that could be problematic for FPX in a retake.
I just don't feel they've been breaking into this site. It's been held back. More often than not, this has been the toughest challenge yet.
Buzz ahead of the curve once again.
But Buzz
this time gets the kill.
Yeah, this time he succeeds, but what? An uncharacteristic miss, but makes up for the second. And almost ready for the third. Oh, he's overheating here. He went back in for more, and DRX happy to challenge on all occasions. And now it's just Angel in a 1v3, and these positions are brutal to clear. Complementary spots in the post, and I've been saying normally Shao has been good for holding onto these sites. He's been so safe. This time wasn't around. And I'm seeing those post plant setups. Marco a mile away, ready for it if necessary. You got a pop flash ready with Stax too. He's got both of his flashes. There it is. Angel eats it, dips away into the smoke. Paranoia ready. Response comes in. Readjustment to the right. You know, unexpected. Stax is having a game.
Closes out another round for DRX, and I'm worried now about the finances because we're staring down the barrel of a 9-3 half here in map 2. Again, the concerns really of the history here on this map for FPX.
Yep.
You look at the numbers, it's usually 5 rounds on their attack.
Wow.
And that leaves them very short. Another ult cycle coming online for DRX as well. Benefit being Hunter's Fury, no command here for FPX. Angel actually opting for just a Sheriff.
Still going. He's still going. Angel has not stopped yet, and Ardis is here. And they didn't expect it, but he doesn't get what he wants, and Ardis falls now. Angel looking like a chocolate teapot out here. Melts under the pressure, and now it's 3. Try to get proactive, don't blame you. Couldn't make anything of it.
I've got your trail.
Unable to really disrupt any of these setups from DRX after repeatedly trying actually a decent tag on the Hunter's Fury with a fragment as well to double up onto Buzz, but actually going to get that heal right back from Stax.
Now the 3 players to get to. Shao, Zipan. What are you going to do with this? Uh-oh. Already position revealed. Buzz lets a couple of bullets go. Underhand flashes go far enough. Doesn't find what he wants, but a moment in time working out here, and just blind spam from RB. It's good enough. And now getting a little panicked, a little worried. Zipan plays it forward. Hold on, it's still a 2v2. It ain't over yet. But timing is everything. And that's the one thing that FPX are lacking. They need to get on it, and they ain't gonna do it. Zest rounding this one out.
Switching sides.
I feel like we are on the verge of dreams coming true here for DRX. Mike,
Is
it
this the
happening?
one? Is this the one,
is
Lauren?
it, of all opponents, if we put a weaker team here, people could have talked it down, said, you know, they're an easy path. You cannot ever underestimate playing FPX. You have to give them credit here. I am, again, just in absolute rapture in this game. Let's pass it back down to the desk.
Thank you very much, Pansy and Hypog. And I think you're right. This is why we believe in DRX. This is why every single time we come into the tournament, Mimi, we expect greatness from them. And what a half from Stax as well to lead from the front.
We expect greatness, and we have been seeing greatness from Stax. The newly reappointed IGL of this squad has been looking absolutely insane on this map. The Sky is such a comfortable role for him as an individual, and he's been absolutely frying. The flashes have been good to set his team up for success, and as an individual, he's been stepping up as well. And I mean, Benkai, it's on top of FPX having some really cool plays and DRX still being able to counter it out.
This round in particular is a perfect example of you could have the best strategy in the world, and all it takes is just one cracked Korean aimer to ruin your day.
I mean, you've been on the receiving end of that, Benko.
It was a really good half from Stax and DRX. Obviously, 9-3 is absurd. But then you also think about the history so far for FPX at this event, and it does not look good on this attacking side. Let's look at this heat map, and let's look at, you look at the stats in the bottom left, 8.3% win rate. They did only get one round against Xset in that entire half, but I want to look actually at the heat map. Look at these dots, and tell me, what do you see? Because I see this is going to OT, this is going to distance, we're going to map 3.
I agree with you.
Is this some kind of like Rorschach test? Is this what I'm supposed to see in the tea leaves?
It's in the tea leaves.
You don't
It's
see
in
the
dots.
OT? You don't see the OT being spelled out right now?
I'm seeing it now. Maybe just now I'm starting to see it. But for FPX, this is going to have to take something big. They need to dig deep, or they're going to be forced to reckon with their same experience from Copenhagen. They lost their opener in the playoffs. They had to make a lower bracket run all the way through to win that event. And DRX is looking to dish them out the same fate here. This team is looking fantastic. It only takes a few more rounds, a few more opportunities to close this one out and kick FPX to the lower bracket.
Can they do it, Benkai?
One word.
Yes.
Oh, okay, Benkai believes, but it's Pansy and Hypog, so we're probably going to go to overtime.
And any other day, I might have agreed with you, but this does feel like something's in the waters, but it still feels fragile. It feels like you daren't speak of it because it might break. It's that, is this the day we see DRX finally break the curse? Finally push themselves forward? Against them, one of the best there is, FPX. Reigning victors of the last event. I mean, you could not ask for a harder opponent.
Absolutely not, but mountains to climb here in the second half. All 5 members of FPX stacked up. Actually, the wall goes up very early on. FPX, no secrets about this on the way in. Aldrome will actually indicate it's looking like they're going to posture up. Actually, she gets to caught off guard elsewhere. RB the one to come through with a little bit of damage there.
Bars goes up, check.
How's he going away? Marco's countered it!
Marco's there with him! And Buzz gives him a haircut! Takes down Angel and now 5v3 to get to Artis and Chow. Plant now in, the HP's looking dire, but Zest is the one to take out Chow. And now it's just Artis! In a 1v5, the walking wounded against him, but it doesn't matter. Surely not! Not this time! Falls to the knees, DRX pick up the first in the second half.
What a beautiful bailout from Marco. And
He
even
saved
there,
him, man, he saved him.
Buzz just has so many people to shoot at. And Marco swings through at the perfect time.
Oh my God.
That could be the nail in the
That
coffin,
could
Lauren.
be it. Look at this saving grace there in that round. That could have really changed.
I want to see what the decision making is here from FPX, because
What do they go for? It's double digits against you.
Spectres are coming out.
Yep.
They want to try and make a push here in round 14. DRX with 3 Bulldogs, so they can almost mitigate the risk here by playing distance. The wall goes up instantly, though. DRX are going to be primed for this push.
It didn't catch a second player. RB's unnoted so far. And if
Angels keep
Saxon
being
is
up top.
calling their attention, RB, he's going to find Artis. Doesn't stick around too late for the second, but he enables Stax to go for the swing. Zest as well, in perfect unison. They are crumbling before them. Couple of rounds away now.
You can hear the crowd getting
They're
behind
loving
them
it.
now. What a swing back here. FPX pumping the brakes now. It will have an opportunity to ride this through. And whilst usually I'd agree with you,
I mean, any other
this
day
is
of the
looking
week.
like the Buzz and Stack's supremacy in this series.
And what a lifetime in the making it's felt like for these guys to finally get that really strong foot forward. We've been seeing glimmers of it, but we're jaded. We've seen them in the past in the group stages.
So many times.
Yep.
And actually, this is the one event where actually you think back and what's always the historical talking point is who do we get on form, Buzz or RB? And actually
Yes.
has been the biggest one here is actually even in the previous map. Yeah, not necessarily delivering on the KO, but the value from utility alone in so many of these pivotal parts of the map. And even here, I mean, it's an all-round team effort, and that's even with Stacks at 17 and 6 at the top of this. Everybody delivering here for DRX.
Oh, yeah. No
And
one's quiet.
that's what we've missed.
Yeah, no one's quiet. No one's
There
weak.
has been weak links before.
There has been. There's been pressure points that you could really get into. It looks like a 5-man strong team here, and this looks like 12 is about to be edged on the board. Now, we wait. Sheriffs are coming through. We did see in one of the previous rounds Angel being, quite good at doing damage, but I think they had a little bit more of a purchase behind that as well. This is purely...
It's just so much harder to do on the attack side of Breeze.
Absolutely.
Again, the ability to play range here. It's key that actually noted in the previous, there's 3 Bulldogs on the board here for DRX. Cover going out. It's going to immediately burst double
pacey.
doors.
Looked pacey, and it did still continue to lead to the double doors. And there's enough respect given there. They're going to fall back towards the box. You got Zest there towards stairs as well, meaning that one player will be pretty alone on the side, but apparently the cavalry's got your back. Only Sugetsu to draw blood so far for FPX as the line holds. DRX.
One enemy remaining.
Only one more to find, and they're on 12. And it's Sugetsu. So many players around now. Can he get any more? Absolutely not. Marco wants 12, and he's got it. 1 round away.
Match point.
And there he
There's
is,
the man himself,
the
Kanye.
OG.
Truly one of the OGs of esports right there. And a man who's believed in this team the entire way through now. 12-3. This has been a lot of hard work potentially paying off, Mike.
What a polarizing map too as well. Like I said, the mental fortitude to come out swinging here on Breeze after what has to be an exhausting ordeal on Ascent.
Yeah,
And DRX still playing with that confidence.
ordeal's the right word. And FPX, no cowards to this though. They face and they stand the music. They walk up middle, they take the fights they want. They play with heart, all on the line. DRX now making moves. Shao gonna catch the first, an overstep from Marco. Can now apply more pressure towards this A side. It's Buzz pretty much alone. Zest deep towards CT,
Great
overwhelmed. And this is FPX regaining that composure.
Couple of oversteps here. RB will respond. Again, even here with the scoreline, look for damage. Make it as difficult as possible for FPX to build up any sort of bankroll. Else we'll find a response, so. Stacks and Zest left to find.
Again, we talk about financial scenario. A lot of these issues with FPX are, ingrained in this side now. So I'd love to keep 4 alive. Build towards those ults even closer. Dreamy stuff. But exit being watched here. Zest can stick around. And he gets rewarded.
Another rifle removed, actually.
Want to keep 3 up here, but they need to get away from the site as well. So there's 3. Holding the line.
Player standing.
Okay, they're going to keep hold of 3 of the rifles.
You already see early on, though, from the Bulldogs purchased in round 2. The 4 members of DRX be very comfortable here, and
Yes.
the big concern being RB picking up the operator.
Yeah, what a weapon of influence on this map as well.
FBX have to maintain this early round pace. They want to try and get ahead of this, identify that RB has purchased. I mean, they could read off the scoreboard, obviously, and make assumptions, but with that pace, you have to question the coordination, the discipline, which FBX are famed for.
Scout destroyed.
Actually, RB and Buzz, in unison, they've walked mid. They have so much early round information here.
Wow. Certainly a different look now from those previous rounds. So telling. What do they do with this though? Do they try and fall back to a site? Do they hold a little bit of this med presence? Because it looks like Buzz is sticking around.
I mean, Zest actually, keep your eyes on him because he's got Hunter's Fury. He can play the rotation here and look for plant denial on either. Artist though.
I wonder if he... No, there's the trap on the other side.
Yeah, he's on the other side, but
Did Buzz see that? Yeah, he's absolutely seen it.
the pings come through, yeah.
They're calling for rotation. Zest is getting a wiggle on, but again, Artist can be quite close to this. They're right at the doorstep now. Aldrone comes in first, real, true indicators of presence, and then the pinch comes in. Look at the pressure already coming down. Buzz over by the door. You're going to have all that towards RB on the side. The first time with that operator, it's a trade out of woes at the start. RB barely standing, removed, gone. Zipan's got him dead. Now it stacks Marco and Zest. 3v4. Plant now comes in. FPX get the post plant they wanted.
So yeah, key engagement here. Sugetsu has to play his life.
Quick.
Zest is going to find him.
Good trade for Zipan though. Remove stacks from the equation, leaving Marco and Zest. And the read
Poor
wasn't
Zest.
wrong. The read was not wrong. But the positioning great. And Marco needs to respect this. 3 still standing. FPX do exactly what they needed.
And it's actually crazy in this slow work early on. The null command pins RB on site. Actually great use of utility as well. Just completely overwhelmed. The recon bolt coming in. The Aldrone coming through, the door swings open. There's so many things to worry about for RB. And he's got an operator, right? So it's like, you pick one.
Yeah,
and even then it's a straight coin flip if you're getting traded or not.
Yeah, it was no way out of that. So really well considered. Curious if there was a direct note of the money and the likelihood of that coming through, or just simply a very diligent approach from
You got to
FPX.
assume so, from Angel.
Yeah.
Right, to be in control in terms of the calling here.
Really nice. Well, couple of chances to close. So, you know, not...
I'm not saying anything. The next person who speaks loses.
So... Don't. It's only 2. It's 2 rounds. They still got this. Caution to the wind. They throw it in. Buzz straight towards middle. Quick fight, but doesn't get what he wants. But RB looking to be the one to maybe capitalize. Dealt with. Artist gets him down, and now things looking more open and available. And this is the thing with FPX. They never look like they're losing. They still put up such a big game. They don't, you know, cower away. They don't become quiet. They still play the big matchup. You're going to clear Marco, right? You're going to clear Marco and Zest, right? The underhand flash, Marco eats it, but just
Zest's
crazy.
got another one!
He's still fine. He's still standing! And now it's just Sugetsu! This is the round it happens. Sugetsu now, the 1v3 to stay in this matchup, and they're dancing around him, and it's from tears in the rain to sing